It's that time of year again. By this point, you've heard a lot about the horses, jockeys, and events taking place in Louisville. There's another part of the Derby to discuss, and that's the celebrities. I'm Monica Kast, joined by my colleague Andrew Henderson, and we're here today to make our best guesses for which celebrities will be making an appearance at the 151st running of the Kentucky Derby. There's a few folks we know will be there. Governor Andy Beshear and Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg almost definitely will be walking the red carpet. Louisville's own Jack Harlow has been a red carpet fixture in recent years, and we also see folks like NSYNC's Joey Fatone and chef Bobby Flay every year too. Olympic gymnast Simone Biles is making the Riders' Up call this year, so we can expect to see her too. Aside from that, here are the people we hope to see walking the red carpet.
Jen Tulloch, a Louisville native, plays the character Devin Scout in Severance, a workplace sci-fi thriller where the work is mysterious and important. There's quite a bit of theorizing from recently aired season 2 as to who Devin truly is, where her allegiances lie, and what's up with her and Rickon exactly. Jen Tulloch, please come to the Derby so I can talk to you about Severance, and you can even leave immediately afterward if you don't really want to stick around for the actual Derby. Josh Hutcherson, a native of Union, Kentucky, is enjoying a bit of a renaissance, as Esquire magazine recently noted. He'll be reprising his role in Five Nights at Freddy's 2 and has expressed some very explicit interest in taking back up his role as PETA in the Hunger Games franchise.
When we were making a list of potential people who could walk the red carpet, I thought about including Josh Hutcherson, but ultimately felt like it was too far-fetched. But I'm taking it back, and I'm hoping he's there. I've been a Hunger Games fan since middle school, and I recently read Sunrise on the Reaping, so I have a lot of thoughts about the franchise. Josh Hutcherson, come to the Derby! We always see a few Bachelor Nation folks at the Derby, and in years past, we've seen Bob Guiney, Chris Harrison, and Caitlin Bristow walk the red carpet. Joey and Kelsey are the current darlings of the Bachelor franchise, and they seem like such a fun couple. They've been to a few major events in recent months, like Mardi Gras, Coachella, and the Super Bowl. So it's not far-fetched to think they could be making an appearance at the Derby. Travis Kelce came to the Derby last year and talked about what a good time it was. And then he went on to talk about it on his New Heights podcast that he hosts with his brother Jason Kelce, who asked if they could go together in 2025 and check out the infield. Travis also bought shares of a Kentucky-bred racehorse last year named Swift Delivery, so it seems like he wasn't lying about enjoying the Derby. I think there's a good chance that he and Jason make an appearance this year. And it's been reported that Taylor Swift has donated a signed guitar and 2 tickets to a show on her next, but currently unannounced, tour to the Unbridled Derby Eve Gala to be auctioned off. If Travis is going to be there, I think it's possible that he brings Taylor along this year. Last year, she was still in the midst of the Eras tour, but that's over now, and we'd love to see her there. In particular, I would love to see her there. Taylor, please come to the Derby!
Getting Taylor Swift to the Derby would be a larger logistical nightmare than most foreign dignitaries, and it's for that primary reason I don't think she would make an appearance. I think a SWAT team would have to accompany Taylor Swift to Churchill Downs, where she would also have to be airlifted in and out of the facility.
We've guessed George Clooney before, but the Kentucky native has never made an appearance. But he seems to have Kentucky on his mind and has recently talked about his home state, including voicing his support for Governor Andy Beshear. Maybe that means he could make a trip and an appearance at the Derby.
Now, when I first saw the clip of George Clooney speaking to CNN's Jake Tapper about what Democrats should run in 2028, I and much of the internet had only one thing on our mind. What's up with his hair? Now, Clooney dyed his hair for his role in the Broadway show Good Night and Good Luck, where he stars as journalist Edward R. Murrow. Anyway, he's long overdue for a Derby appearance. Hirohiko Araki is the mangaka, artist, and creator behind long-running series JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. JoJo's has been serialized in Japan since 1987 and is broken up into a series of different parts that all focus on a separate yet narratively interconnected character in the series. It was recently announced that Part 7 of the series, Steel Ball Run, will be getting an anime adaptation. Now, this series follows the story of main character Johnny Joestar, a paraplegic former horse racing jockey born in Danville and is a previous winner of the Kentucky Derby, at least in that fictional universe. Do you get it? Do you see the connection? Because to me, it's as clear as day. So someone book a plane ticket for this man and get him to the Derby.
We'll be stationed on the red carpet on Saturday, so keep an eye on our coverage here and at Kentucky.com to see everything from the Kentucky Derby. Thanks for watching.